Hi guys, my name is ZA316. I am a Stormy Scout, and one day I want to be a stormtrooper. But I want to give special thanks to Hector from Be My Eyes who helped me get a good camera angle. Also, do you know? I'm nervous. Sorry. I want to be a stormtrooper. Oh, I already said that. People carry a lot of books to school, and I'm one of them. I have to carry my physics books, my science books, my math books, my cooking book,
2,000 years later.
my how to fly book, and also my laser book, and it's a lot of books. Anyways, Dany Acosta is gonna show you how to keep everything better. Organized? Yeah. Enjoy the video. May the force be with you.
I just want to thank everybody that's been donating, supporting, and sharing my GoFundMe campaign. The link will be in the description down below. And you guys are so amazing. In 2 weeks, we literally broke $2,000 raised, and it's still running with the momentum like no other. So make sure you go, donate, and if you can, share it with your friends, families, and neighbors' pets, because I know that we're going to hit our goal of $25,000. So guys, we want to talk today about how do I access my books for school and university. So I'm gonna keep it very, very simple. Here is the process. So let's be real, guys. When you buy a book, it's really easy to just put it in your backpack and get going, right? You go to class, you go to your home, you go wherever you go into your dorm, anywhere on campus, you can just pull it out and read it. But it's not the most convenient. It could be a heavy set of backpacks, as you saw from our friend, the Star Trooper Jr. We want to make sure that we make it accessible and not a burden on your back. You don't always have to buy hard copy books. Now, for some people, it's preferred, and I understand that. But if you want to save the money, the time, the energy, and the cost of health bills, right? When you damage your back, this is the best way to go about it. Point number one. So the process was fairly simple. I would either go to the bookstore, buy the book in person, bring the receipt to disability services, and drop it off. Or I would go online, especially throughout the pandemic, I would buy the book, they would email me a receipt, then I would forward that to disability services, and they would make my textbook completely accessible. Now, here's the catch though. You want to be very, very clear on how you want your textbooks. So first, you have to make sure that you know what your books are way before the semester starts. Now, you're probably watching this video and saying, Dany, I already started the semester. I'm in the middle of the semester. What am I supposed to do now? It's not too late, but get it done as soon as you can. Remember that disability services has people who work in the university and they have communication with your professors, meaning that the student portal like Canvas or Pipeline, Blackboard, these kind of websites, the professors will sometimes take a while before they publish their class online. That is why you have to advocate. Number one, email disability services and let them know, hey, I have these classes. These are the books I think I might need or I need because of the syllabus. But if they haven't posted the syllabus, you tell them, hey, I don't know what books I need, but I know you need time ahead of the semester to be able to make them accessible. So can you please email my professors and ask them for help? You have to remember something though. It is not you against your professors. It is not you against your disability services. You're all a team together. Sometimes professor's not going to answer, of course. Or sometimes disability services not going to answer, absolutely. But everybody's busy. The important thing is that you have proof that you sent an email. So you make sure you hold that as records. Point number two, you want to make sure you let them know what format you want your books in. So I'll give you an example. I prefer Word document. I don't really like PDFs. I prefer Word document where I can manipulate the Word docs, I can move it around, I can format it, design it, I can do whatever I want to it. I personally don't like having page numbers. It's okay, it's fine if you really, really need to cite this specific page, but because I did APA, I didn't have to cite the specific page. It just made my life easier with JAWS not having to read every single page number every time I down arrow or page down, right? Another thing you want to make sure is, okay, where and if you want headings. Do you want headings? And if you do, where? Do you want headings just on the chapter or on every single section of that chapter? For example, chapter 1, section 1, chapter 1, section 2. They have titles, right? And there's even subsections within each section. They're helpful, but that's optional. I personally don't do any headings, but that's just because I'm used to reading books like that. And many times it'll say 1.1, 1.2. So I know, most times I know that this is a new section within that chapter. Simplicity is the key. I will literally Control A everything. I will copy it, paste it into a Word document, and then make it super small, 0.8 font, Arial narrow, single space. The reason why is because it saves page numbers and it saves me time when I'm reading. Remember that when you receive your books, okay, you're actually going to receive them in a folder, all right? A zip file, most likely. Now, you have to let the people at Disability Services know, hey, I want my book divided by folders in chapters. So, for example, one folder for chapter 1, one folder for chapter 2, one folder for chapter 3, and so forth. When you open chapter 1 folder, inside you will have a Word document, okay? Now what I do is that I copy that Word document, I paste it, then I retitle it. And I usually retitle it, let's say chapter 1 review, or just 1 review. And the reason why is because I'll go into that Word document, I'll start reading, and I'll just start deleting all the stuff that I don't need. Some of the graphics that I don't need, some of the sub-stories or supplement readings that I don't need. Sometimes you'll even get told, only read from pages A to B, right? And so you don't need all the other pages, so you can just delete all of that stuff, you know? And it'll also help keep yourself organized. Point number 3, PDFs. PDFs has its goods and its bads. The good thing is that they can be accessible many times, okay? And they are usually available through your school library or maybe online, even through publishers, right? But there's some bad stuff too. They're not always accessible. The format may not be friendly with your screen reader. For example, I might down arrow and it'll read like the, down arrow, world, down arrow, is, down arrow, beautiful. Imagine reading a whole book, down arrowing through every word. That'll take forever. What if there's graphics? What if there's a bar chart and it's not accessible? This is why you want to send everything possible, your PDFs, your books, over to Disability Services, right? So they can make it accessible, compared, or not compared, right, but tailored to your means. Another pro of PDFs is that the newest version of published books will be a little more accessible than in the past. Older versions tend to not be accessible or even available in PDFs. One thing that I do recommend before you send it to Disability Services, especially PDFs, when you open a PDF, you do insert spacebar, okay? You'll hear a little clicking sound. Then you'll type O, and it'll say something like, and I'll let you know right now, it'll say OCR. That will begin to try to look for letters and try to transcribe it to you. It's a really smart program. It's a really amazing software and how it transcribes everything for you. Point number 4, advocate with publishers for accessible files. Sometimes you'll buy a book online, whether it's on Amazon, Google, even other publishers, right? Like Penguin House or whatever it is. It might be a very known company like Pearson's, right? Whatever company you may buy it from. Then you receive your file and then boom, guess what? They send you a digital file that's not even accessible. So what you can do is you can send it an email to the company and say, hey, do you have a screen reader or a screen reader friendly file that I can read? And most times, if they have it, they will send it. But oftentimes, they actually don't have an accessible file. This is why I crucially recommend, when possible, to buy it through the school and not through an external company. I know that many times it's cheaper externally. You can rent it, you can buy it, right? For way cheaper than you can on campus. And that's one of the things, right? Like school books are very expensive. They have a new edition, it seems like almost every semester. But this is why you have to advocate so that in the future, other people don't have to deal with the headache of saying, hey, this book is not accessible. Point number 5, I want to share some final resources that I believe can definitely help you. Look up Project Gutenberg, Bookshare, Perkins Library, Bard, BARDNLS. And you could even find other books online for rent that are used or even to buy, which is really, really good. Guys, I definitely hope that this video helped you out to have a better understanding of how you can make your textbooks accessible. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Make sure you smash the subscribe button. I can't see it, so help me find it by smashing it. Drop a like, because I believe that the more likes we get, the algorithm will be so much more kinder to all of us, guys. And please share with the people that you know are in school and are having headaches and backaches from carrying so many books. So guys, that's all for today. This is Dany Acosta telling you that I love you guys very much, and remember to walk by faith and not by sight. Envision inspiration. God bless you guys.